guys ready? Because I sure am. Okay, wait, let me try to remember how this works. Whoa. I clearly do not remember how this works. Alright, can everyone see me? Hello, class? Hi! Speeding at Sea, it's me, Z. Hello, everybody! Thank you guys so much for coming to my return stream. I'm so excited to be back. Ah! How has everybody been? It's been almost a month since my last stream. And I guess a lot has changed. For starters, I have forgotten how streaming software works, so today might be a little bit scuffed, but as I always say, the V in VTubing stands for scuffed. So, hello, and I know that we have a lot of new Orbeez in the chat. In fact, while I was gone, we have 400 new Orbeez who have subscribed, which is insane to me. Whoa, my hand is really bugging out. Well, for starters, let me just say hello to everybody. Well, hello, Faye, first of all. It's been such a long time. And for those of you who do not know, please go and subscribe to Faye. She is my VTubing friend who does biology content. Hello, Trista Moon. Hello, Pacham Senpai. Hello, Meg Andrin. Hello, Warpy. Hello, Pembu, who is my moderator and now has been granted the new moderator role in YouTube. Very cool. Hello, Terrified Games. Hello, Tika. Hello, Space Guy Rai. Hello, Ricardo Berrigan. Hello, Eggy Nugget. Yes, that is the observable universe on my shirt. It is the cosmic microwave background. Hello, Atlas Chainsteel. Yes, I am back. Hello. Hello, Mino? Hello, Kaito NASA. Ooh, very nice last name. Do you also do physics content? Hello, Crypta. And yes, the S in Syzygy does stand for scuff. Oh yes, Pembu, yes, you do wield the wrench now, the all-powerful wrench. Wow, my hand is bugging out today. Well, I started this morning with a cup of coffee because, as you guys all know, I came from the VTuber motherland of Japan, and I am now in the Pacific time zone, which means that every morning when I wake up, I feel so dead, and then when I go to sleep, I just can't go to sleep at all. And the coffee has been really helping me with sort of the nausea that I get with jet lag. So yeah, my health isn't in the best condition yet, and my voice also isn't really in its prime, but I hope you guys will understand, and also, everybody in class, be sure to stay hydrated, be sure to stay healthy. Hello, Hero37. So I hope everybody has been having a good morning, a good day, a good month even. For today's agenda, for today's class itinerary. So first, I have linked in the chat the Discord link, so be sure to join if you haven't already. So we're just going to be chatting for maybe a few more minutes, and then I have actually prepared a little presentation for the class, which includes some of my favorite images from Japan. Now, there's going to be a lot of images because I literally speed ran Japan, as well as two super duper special announcements that I'm sure you guys have been waiting for a very long time, and I have been so excited to show you guys. So in Japan, I have mostly been exploring the Tokyo region, with a few other trips to some places outside, which I will get to very shortly. Just wanted to thank everybody so much for their recommendations in Japan and also being so active on the Discord and the Twitter X, and you guys have really made my day. I think one example was last week there was a special supermoon, and I was unfortunately unable to see the lunar eclipse that passed through the United States, but you guys sent so many pictures of the moon that it felt like I didn't miss out on anything at all. Oh, thank you, Faye. I missed you guys too, and I also missed seeing you live stream as well. Are we getting us Discord 2? Discord 2, as if one wasn't already enough. A second class. The The pics were great. Yes, they were very amazing. I'm gonna drink a lot of water today. Oh. Yeah, no, my voice is like, maybe it's because of the jet lag, but it's been a little bit raspy. It's not as clear and crisp. Yeah, so one of the big things that happened while I was gone actually was the rise of many new Orbeez who have joined the channel. And a large portion of you guys found me through Reddit because I posted some of the moon photos and some of my new videos, and one of them really took off. I included this in my slideshow as well, and I was just really surprised to see so many people who have been really excited to just see like my content and who are really into science VTubing content. And I feel like this is definitely on the rise, and I'm just so excited to be part of that community. Tika, no tea. This time, no tea. I'm actually drinking a cup of coffee. I actually just finished a cup of coffee before this stream. But I might make some tea later. I actually got some very special matcha tea in Japan, so I'll have to try that out too. I'll send pictures once I make it. I've just been a little scared to open the new canister of powder. Alright. So, I think we should just jump straight into the slideshow because I'm really excited to show you guys all the pictures that I took, and there's a lot of them. We need more anime girl explaining us modern physics. Honestly, we need more anime girls and guys explaining every type of science, like biology, immune systems. I've seen like psychology and like bugs and other things being explained by VTubers, and I just love this whole new realm. Okay. Let's get started with the slideshow. Oh, that's a little bit of a spoiler. Oh, you're seeing nothing. Wait, hold up. I don't want to spoil too much. Doop. Okay, this is a total spoiler because the S in Syzygy stands for scum. Okay, I promise you that wasn't the whole presentation. Can you guys see this, or should I make this a little bit bigger? I'll make this a little bit bigger. Oop. Maybe I'll even do this. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, for those of you who are out of the loop, you may be wondering, where in the world have I been? And, well, the answer is simple. I've been in the VTuber motherland of Japan. Japan! Primarily Tokyo. This is actually a picture of Shibuya Crossing. I did not take a picture of this. So it was me and a few other friends who went, and we were there for about 2 weeks, and oh my god, the itinerary was packed. So before I went, I actually was able to rest a little bit at home. And I know I mentioned that I had a brand new sponsorship. This is actually for my not-so-secret surreal meme account that I created like a year before I started my VTubing channel. And this company, Studio Cult, sent me a free pair of earrings in exchange for some surreal memes that I created. So yeah, so this is a picture of a cup of coffee that I had at home, along with the new earrings that I got. And these were really cool. So when you put them on, it sort of looks like the shape is going through your ear. So this top one over there is like a hex key that is used in engineering, and the bottom one is a spiky star. And so this was super duper cool. Thank you so much to Studio Cult. I know it's technically for my surreal meme account, but I just wanted to share it here too. And yeah, I mean, I guess this is sort of part of my personal brand. So yeah. Yeah, I'm chilling in the coffee. It's nice and warm. When I stopped home, I also got a chance to see my Doge. So this is Doge. That's the actual name of the Doge. I've named the Doge Doge. Doge is about a year old, and he's such an adorable puppy. He's always so full of energy. I like that picture on the very left the most, because he sort of looks like a sphinx. Yeah, no, it was just so good to be home. His favorite thing is to like hide under the couch, where his like nose pokes out like that. He's just so adorable. So this is a very, very adorable dose of my Doge. Yes, boop the snoot. Boop the snoot. Oh, he's so cute. All right. Okay, so after a brief visit home, I was able to go to Japan. So my first stop was Tokyo Station. So keep in mind that this was the very first day. I was very jet lagged. And the one thing that I needed was a nice warm bowl of ramen and a heck ton of shopping. So one of the things that I heard before going to Japan is that people tend to buy so many things that they might need another suitcase. And so the one thing that I promised myself is that I wouldn't need to buy another suitcase. And fortunately, I did not need to buy another suitcase. Aren't you guys proud of me? I genuinely, this was the one thing I was worried about during the entire trip. I was like micromanaging my stuff. And I was thinking, okay, I put this here, I put this there. Like, I can't get anything that's bigger than this. So yeah, I do have to admit that the other people in the group, some of them did have to buy another suitcase or have to carry a giant pom-pom print plushie with them all the way back home. So that was not me. I was very good at micromanaging. So as you guys may not know, the color scheme of my hair is actually modeled after my favorite Pokemon, which is Zorua, or the evolution Zoroark. So I tend to say that I like Zorua more because the Pokemon is smaller and easier to find, but I'll get to why this is important. So I started off sort of heading towards Tokyo Station, and I stopped by this adorable street called Amazakeyokocha Street. I'm so sorry if I butchered that, by the way. I don't know any Japanese at all, but I do know how to read like hiragana and katakana, which actually was very useful. I was able to try this famous inari sushi on the street, and it just kind of was like, it wasn't like the most spectacular sushi I had, but it was really good for my morning cravings. There was a lot of cute shopping along the way, including this really adorable dog bag, and I got this little trick-or-treat like figure. I'll take a picture of it soon. It's on my desk right now. And right there are also Shiba Inu stickers. So already from the get-go, I was buying so much. I also got a chance to visit this shrine called Suitengu Shrine. It was a small shrine, but what I didn't know was that, this is so embarrassing. It's like a fertility shrine. So people go there to basically ensure that they have fertility or are able to give birth. So when I walked in, there were a lot of mothers carrying babies, and I was so confused. And it was just like an all-female crowd, and I was like, that's a little odd. And then I went to the shrine, it was like, fertility shrine. And I was like, hey, yo, ain't no way am I here. It was so cute seeing the babies, though. And it was like a really like silent, very serene, very peaceful, very nice way to start off the trip. Yes, the self-constraint is very real. And yes, based Pokemon choice, jet lag is like traveling to the future for a few hours. Why did I think of time machines? I think jet lag and time machines are sort of the same, right? Like, when I was in Japan, I was basically living like the day before, like the Pacific time zone, I think, or something like that. And so when I was talking to some people, or even you guys back sort of in the Pacific time zone, it did feel like I was sort of time traveling, if that made sense. If they already had the babies, why did they need the fertility? That's actually a great question. Maybe I should have asked someone. I think it was a fertility shrine, and also sort of, it was also like a way to protect newborn babies. Or yeah, or maybe they were just thankful for the fertility to begin with. Yeah, something like that. Jet lag is a time dilation of glassable. Honestly, yes, it confirms that I am actually a time traveler, and this actually all happened with my amazing time traveling skills. Okay. Next up was then Tokyo Station, and it was so crowded. But when I went, it was a little bit during a typhoon, and so it was even more crowded because everybody wanted to be indoors. There were so many adorable things. I had to resist. So the first stop was the Rilakkuma store. I really, really love this little duck character. I actually have a huge version of this already at home. So I resisted buying any more things. And then they had this adorable Kirby car cake. A huge note, by the way, is that during this trip, I ate so many things. Because there are so many things that are there that I wouldn't be able to eat back home. So, yeah, no, this was like a feast of a lifetime. This was so fun. There was also an amazing Ghibli store. And this was literally just in like Tokyo Station where like the subways and the trains are, which was very surprising to me. It was very much like a shopping mall. There were so many like things in the Ghibli store, but I ended up not buying anything because they didn't have a lot of things for my favorite movie, Spirited Away. They also have this whole section for these characters. I'm forgetting what they're called right now, but they're actually themed after, sort of, this is so weird to say, like abandoned things. For example, this thing on the bottom is supposed to be like an ebi tail, like a shrimp tail. So you know when you eat like tempura shrimp, you leave the tail behind? Well, that character is like supposed to represent that. And this blue guy is supposed to represent like a dinosaur. And so this dinosaur is like disguising itself as a lizard to stay alive. So it's like sort of representing like abandoned characters. And I didn't know this until I talked to like a Japanese like friend of mine who knew like all the lore behind all of these characters. I think I should actually Google that. There's actually a lot of like creative like decisions behind this character brand. Maybe they wanted more babies. Wow. What's the chicken? Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe I have to like Google that. Yeah, I didn't know about this lore either because I was like, this blue guy is super cute. It kind of looks like Wooper, the Pokemon. But apparently there's a lot of deep lore behind it. Didn't think I make this because of chores. Hello, some rando. It's going great. Just talking about my Japan trip. What's the chicken? Don't know yet. I've taken to eating to tail. Actually, this might be such a hot take, but I actually like the crunchiness of the tail. Low-key, the sharpness of the tail is kind of the highlight. It's kind of the cherry on top. It's kind of like the nice crunchy bite at the end. Maybe this is a really hot take. Actually, I'm curious. I want to do a poll. Do you Orbeez like the tail of the shrimp? Yeet. Oh heck nar. Alright, do the poll. I'm curious to see what the masses think. Yes. Oh no, the pictures are getting kind of cut off. That was supposed to be like a nice sticker that I got. Anyways, this thing on the left was probably the best ramen that I have ever had in my existence. And what it was is that it's actually a kind of dipping ramen. So they give you the broth and the noodles separately, and you're supposed to pick up the noodles and put it in the broth. And it was so immaculate. Like, the meat was perfectly cooked, the broth was so flavorful and tasty, and the egg on the inside was like a perfect level of like gooiness of the yolk. It was so amazing. I don't think I could ever get back to normal ramen ever again. I tend to be like a very fast eater, but I swear to God, I ate that thing so fast, I was like a vacuum cleaner. The line was actually quite long too. So this was on Ramen Street, which was where I think PogChamp Senpai messaged me with a few recommendations, and this was actually one of them, and it was so amazing. And all of the restaurants on that entire road were spectacular. It was so delicious. I highly recommend. The restaurant is called Rokuryansha. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, but if you ever get a chance to visit, it is absolutely amazing. The one also, like, I wouldn't say culture shock, but the things that I enjoyed about Japan was that the portion sizes were all so reasonable. in the US, the food sizes are so big. I feel like I always get like a stomach ache or like feel so like bloated and full afterwards. But after eating this ramen, it was like the perfect dosage, even after feeling like quite nauseous with jet lag and everything. So yeah, highly, highly recommend. Yes, no food goes away. Looks like it's 55% of eating the tail. See, I'm in the majority. The masses speak for me. Yes, let me end the poll. Yes, Ramen Street is great. No, Japanese ramen is on a whole other level. If they had something like this in the US, I swear to God, I would eat it every day. Oof. Yeah, no, I think the US has like a leftover culture. But I think the one good thing about the US though is that every restaurant tends to have like takeout boxes. So, yeah, but yeah, no, I feel like eating leftovers is kind of sad just because maybe this is a hot take for me, but I just like to eat it like fresh. And I feel like things like ramen are really hard to take out because you need to keep the broth like warm and stuff like that. Okay, so the next stop on Tokyo Station was this huge Pokemon store. And they had every single Pokemon in existence. So I went there and I was like, oh, I don't think they have Zoroark. Because they don't usually have, like, obscure Pokemon. And Zoroark is not usually a popular one. So I found Zorua first. And I was like, okay, I might as well buy that. Like, second favorite Pokemon, sure. And then I found a Zoroark plushie. And I swear to God, it was so hidden. I, like, leaped for joy. I was so happy. I bought it immediately, like no thought. I didn't even check the price. I just bought it. It's actually on my desk right now, and oh my God, it's like the kind of thing that you could never ever find in the United States. And yeah, what do you guys think? Should I have gotten the Zora or the Zoroark? Because I think the Zoroark looks really epic. I think there's a lot of Zora plushies that I could probably find on Amazon, but Zoroark is especially rare. Hello, Valko Milev. Hello from Bulgaria. Wow. You're traveling from very far. I hate leftovers. The food is less good. Yep. 2 to 3. Yeah, no. To-go boxes are really the only way I survive in America. Yeet with throwing waste. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, I meant yeet as in yes. Oh, wait, that actually makes sense. Oh, I should have gotten both. Yeah, no, maybe that just means I'll have to go to Japan next time, right? Give it a pet? Yeah, no, maybe I should give the Zoroark a nickname. What if I nicknamed the Zoroark as Zorua? That would be so confusing. Anyways, that was like the most amazing Pokemon store. If anyone visits Japan, definitely visit, especially if you have your favorite Pokemon as like a relatively obscure one. Yeah, no, I definitely wanted to indulge on this. Yes, so that was day one. I was very jet lagged, very tired, and with the typhoon, it was also raining quite a bit. So the next day, I was very excited to visit to Harajuku, and okay, this was a very Shibalicious day because I visited a Shiba Inu cafe. Ah! This was a core memory. You know in Inside Out when they have like a few of those orbs that like define an island? This was my island. This is my version of a Roman Empire because this was so adorable. Like before I've only been able to see Shibes from a distance, like from other people walking them on the road. Like I don't have a Shiba Inu myself. But here, I was able to, like, pet them. There were some that were sleeping. There were some that were fighting, which was really interesting. Oh, yes, no, so cute. Yeah, no, this guy over here, this guy was built different. So, the older ones, like these ones on the left, this guy on the left was my favorite. He was so sleepy, and he curled up right behind me and was just, like, falling asleep. Basically, this guy on the left, he was, he's much older. I think he or she, not sure actually. And then this dog here on the right, was very, very young. And so what I noticed is that the young Shiba Inus have so much energy. They were fighting and barking and running around, and whenever they saw a new guest, they would like run up to them and like start barking. But I really like the older ones too, because they're so cozy and they're so quiet and calm. And even after I pet the Doge, the older ones would be very calm and very nice. Shiba overflow. Honestly, I don't think I could have a such thing as too many Shibas. I definitely want a Shiba Inu when I'm older. It's on my bucket list. But now after visiting the Shiba Inu cafe, I might try to go for like adopt like an older one. Yes. Hello, Nikki Parafergon. Yes, no, I mean, I've just been going through, the, Japan trip. So, yeah, no, I mean, we're just in the first few minutes. So, yeah. So after the Shiba Inu cafe, the next place that I visited was pretty cute as well. It was a Pom Pom Purin cafe. So the way that I went to this was that I was with a group of 4 other people. And we went there and they were like, the wait time is an hour. And we were like, frick, okay, this isn't gonna work. But before they told us that, I had written my name down on the wait list. And so we ended up eating somewhere else. We went to this like random cafe. And then I got a message. And then we went back to the cafe. They were like, actually, we have an open spot for you, like right now. And we had already eaten lunch. So we went there and we got these like little, like, we were required to buy a drink. So we went there, we were already so full. We were looking at the menu and we were like, okay, all of these things look so sweet, but we have to buy a drink. This is a hostage situation. And so we ended up buying these and they were actually so cute and so amazing. Yeah, no, it was basically like a maid cafe. All of the waitresses were like maids and dressed up in pom-pom parade outfits. But the cafe was so cute. There were so many like young kids as well. And they had a whole like pom-pom purin like souvenir section. It was just so wholesome. It was just very adorable. And even the drink had a little chocolate pom-pom purin on the top. Yes, Faye, it was very, very based. Yes. Oh yeah. After the pom-pom purin cafe, we then walked over to the famous Kimi no Nawa staircase. Actually, what I didn't know is that one of my friends in the group was very much into Kimi no Nawa. And, well, like, she's basically, like, watched all of the movies and shows and stuff like that. And basically there is sort of a pilgrimage that you have to take from Yotsuya Station all the way to the staircase, which sort of tracks, like, the guy's, it's like, I forgot what his name was. That's why it's called Kimi no Nawa, because I keep forgetting what the characters' names are. It was like Taki or something, right? Taki. Well, it sort of tracks like his journey. So it was like him and the older girl met at Yotsuya Station, and then the movie ends at this staircase. So we walked from Yotsuya Station all the way to this staircase, and there were a lot of tourists. It was a group of about like 10 or 15 people lined up to take pictures at the staircase. But at the end, it was just a really cool experience, and I feel like I really want to rewatch the movie again because it looked very identical to the movie itself, like from this picture and this screenshot. So yeah, no, that was probably one of the cooler things. Okay, so that was day 2. So the next day, we visited Team Labs. So Team Labs, for those of you who do not know, is this really cool art exhibit. But before that, we actually, I got the chance to speak with one of the engineers that works at Team Labs. And this was really like a really special, like honorable experience. I was so excited to be like invited to something like this. And this engineer was like talking about sort of the behind the scenes of what they're doing at Team Labs. And one of the things that was really interesting was that it may just seem like an art exhibit, but there's actually so much physics, computer science, digital art that takes place. and they were talking about how it's so important to sort of bring together ideas from all sorts of different people, from people who are good at coding, to people who are good at art, to people who are good at physics, and how individual engineers can also pitch ideas. So that was just really, really interesting. Honestly, it would be so cool to work there, though it's like a Japanese company, so with zero knowledge of Japan, I mean, I probably would not be able to go, but it was just really cool to talk to somebody who works there, and yeah. So I got a chance to visit Team Lab Borderless, which is, I believe, their newer exhibit in Japan, near Tokyo. And so the whole idea of Borderless is that there are no borders. And so you're sort of roaming from place to place, and you don't have a map, you don't have a directory of where to go. You're just sort of exploring this free world. Now, at first, this was a really cool idea until I'd gone through the museum like 3 times and had gotten lost. I was so lost. I literally had to like go to somebody and be like, where am I? Like, where is the exit? But it was super duper pretty. So this first exhibit that we walked through was this like flowery exhibit. And I think it was interactive. So you could like put your hand on the wall and like flowers would grow. And then there was also this one where you could adjust the types of particles that would like sort of rain down on you. So what this was like a bunch of like lights strung up from the ceiling and a mirror on the bottom. So it felt like you were raining, and it was so pretty. If you would look up, it sort of looked like the sequence from Star Wars when they start traveling at light speed. It looked exactly like that. There was also a little cafe in there. It was a little overpriced, but the cool part about it was that you would leave your cup on the table, and then somehow a flower would like grow in it. And as you drank the cup, if you lifted the cup, the flower would like dissipate into petals along the table. It was so pretty. And I was actually trying to figure out how this works. So at first I thought it would be some sort of laser that like measures like how much your drink has. But what I noticed was that my friends all got cold drinks, and I got a warm like matcha chamomile drink. It was so good, by the way. But my flowers stopped appearing even after I had some of the drink left. So what I think it is that it's actually an infrared temperature sensor. And when the heat matches the heat of the table, it no longer detects the temperature like difference, and therefore doesn't show the flower. Whereas my friends, they all had cold drinks, and when I felt it along the side, their flowers still remained even after mine cooled, because their drinks were cold, and like the room was also like a little bit more on the cooler side. I don't know, maybe I should Google why this is the case, or if any of you guys have any ideas, you should let me know. Okay, so this was also a super duper cool exhibit, primarily because the engineer that I got a chance to talk to actually worked on this exhibit. So what this is that it's like a ton of like spotlights and like a fog machine in between and like a mirror at the very back. And it's like, I posted a video of this on my Twitter X account if you want to go see it there. But the lasers, the spotlights basically like move around, forming really cool like abstract shapes. One of my favorites was this one where it appeared like there was like a wave that was like approaching me. It was super cool. I mean, I don't think my description does it justice. You should definitely visit it. Team Labs has 2 locations in Tokyo. I think it's Borderless and Planets. I know some people who went to the Planets one, and it's a little bit smaller, but the cool thing about that one is that you can walk barefoot everywhere, and yeah, it's like much more like hands-on, I think, than the one that I went to. But this one was really spectacular. I highly recommend. And it's also a really cool artistic application of physics in a way that I hadn't really thought about before. Le New Ruse, did YouTube unsubscribe me or something? Uh-oh. Well, anyways, so I hope you're subscribed now. Japan really does live in the future. This is so cool. But I think they're actually expanding to other locations. I don't know if they're going to come to the US, but I think they're planning a location in Abu Dhabi or somewhere in Saudi Arabia. Yes. Oh, hello, Datasat-san. Hello, Shizius. Yes. So this was my Team Labs day. After that, I took a very short detour out of Tokyo, But before that, I'm gonna hydrate a little bit. Yeah, so be sure to hydrate or dehydrate. Especially me right now. I've been feeling a little nauseous recently because of the jet lag. And my voice isn't in my prime condition, but hopefully it'll get better. So, after that, some of you were able to guess on my Discord channel, but I got a chance to visit Hiroshima, notably the Itsukushima Shrine, and there's actually a very gorgeous temple there as well. So the temple was pretty fun because there's this thing called getting like a fortune. So what you do is that there's like a hexagon shaped box and you like shake it up and down and a stick comes out of it. Oh, hello La New Ruse, thank you for subscribing. And when the stick comes out, it gives you a number and you're supposed to open a drawer with a number in it. And then you can read your fortune. So my fortune was actually quite good. But one of my friends, basically, this is so funny. They did the fortune at this shrine and also in 2 other locations near Hiroshima and got the very, very bad luck fortune. So there's like different scales of like good luck. So there's like the very, very bad luck. There's like very bad luck, medium luck, like good luck, very good luck, and like stuff like that. And they got the very, very worst one 3 times. And one of the things that said on the fortune was like, it was like, your family will never recover from illness. Your travels will be bad. Now is a bad time for marriage. Now is a bad time for money. Now is a bad time for travel. Which was like crazy because we were traveling. But then at the end of the fortune, it said, you should ask your crush out. Like, what the heck? And they were like, what? Like, the fortune was so bad, it makes no sense. Rip, yeah. Honestly, it was kind of lucky in how bad it was. Like, what's the chance that you get the worst luck one 3 times, right? Oh, I don't remember what drawer number it was, but maybe it was 4. Yeah, I know that 4 is like an unlucky number in Asian countries because it represents death. Oh, yeah, it was like the big unlucky. Worst they can say is no, right? Well, considering the situation of the luck, I mean, the probability of no would have probably been like 100%. Well, this shrine was also great. They also sold like a lot of charms. So they had charms for different things like academics or finding like eternal love or finding like having safety on the road and so forth. And there were one thing that was really like sort of heartwarming or yeah, was there were a lot of people who were sort of old or sick or like in wheelchairs, and they had brought their entire families to sort of, I think they were there for like more like religious purposes or like a family reunion purpose. It was a little like somber, but it was also just really cool to see like that people had brought their families together to unite at this gorgeous shrine. So yeah, I mean, this was really, really amazing. I mean, these pictures are beautiful, but there's a reason why this is one of the world wonders. It is absolutely stellar in real life. And the reason why the shrine is actually located here is because the tide comes in and out. And it's supposed to symbolize something, I think, sort of because it's like the times are changing or something like that. I probably should read more about the history of this shrine. But it was absolutely beautiful, and if you can see in the first picture, there's like more water there, and then by the time that we left, the water had mostly receded. Yes, I definitely hope that you visit. This is one of the most gorgeous places that I was able to see. I also didn't include a slide on this, by the way, but I also got the chance to visit the Atomic Bomb Dome and the Hiroshima Atomic Bomb Tragedy Museum. I didn't actually take any pictures there because it didn't really seem like that appropriate. It was definitely like it was a place to mourn. And the museum that we visited it was so sad. I actually almost cried. It was very graphic. I think the one thing that really got me was there were letters of like children sent to their like families, like their final letters, because they died of like burns or radiation sickness and stuff like that. I definitely recommend that if you're visiting Hiroshima to also visit the atomic bomb dome, because of course Hiroshima is gorgeous, but it also has a lot of history. And after visiting the museum, I definitely felt a lot more aware of the tragedy. And I think the biggest thing to sort of do in situations with tragedies like these is to be willing to listen and to open your mind to different perspectives. Oh, and I guess another thing that I didn't mention was that I actually got the chance to actually chat with one of the last remaining Hiroshima tragedy survivors. She was in third grade when the tragedy happened, and the population of survivors is dwindling, but more notably, the population of survivors who remember the tragedy is dwindling, because the survivor that I talked to, she was in third grade, but of course there are survivors who are maybe like newborns or like much younger when the tragedy happened, but they don't really remember the story at all. But her story was very, very heartwarming. I guess heartwarming isn't really the right word to describe it. She described sort of what happened when the tragedy happened, and sort of one thing that people don't get about the atomic bomb is that it's just, as the name suggests, a giant bomb. But there was a lot more to that, including the radiation sickness that unfortunately like made a lot of her friends and family perish even after the tragedy, even years after the tragedy. And the like black rain that came down after the atomic bomb explosion that made a lot of people sick with the radiation. So yeah, it was really inspiring to hear her story. And one thing that was also really notable is that she had actually started learning English at age 40, which is such a late time to learn, but it also sort of shows you that it's like never too late to learn anything. And she learned English so that she could speak with people, like the English speaking population, about her story. And she was always saying like her English is bad, but she was amazing at English. And I think what was more amazing was how she was able to convey emotion in a language that isn't her first language. I'm blanking on her name right now, but she was also one of the speakers at, I believe, the G7 summit a few years ago, or maybe it was like last year at Hiroshima. And I think she gave the talk in English, so it really just comes to show her dedication to sharing her story. Yeah. Oh, good night, Germanium GE. And yeah, no, feel free to catch the VOD later. Yeah, no, I think one thing that really made me really scared about, like, the atomic bomb tragedy was nowadays the nuclear weapons that are being created are scales of magnitude larger than what was dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And to think of all the tragedy that happened then, and sort of the scale of the new weapons now, it just really comes to show like how careful we must be with nuclear weapons and how destructive they can really be. Yeah, no, it was a really meaningful experience, and she was also saying that now that she's aging, it's really important for the younger generation to continue the story even after all the survivors have sort of passed away from natural causes. So, yeah, no, I just really felt like it was a really pivotal moment of the Hiroshima experience, and I highly recommend that you visit the museum. They have a lot of resources in English. The whole museum is also in English as well, so if you don't speak Japanese, it's totally alright. So, on a more lighthearted note, the Hiroshima experience was also just so much fun. There was a lot of deer, and you can actually come up very, very close to them, and even touch them. I actually got a chance to pet a deer, which was very cool. And maybe one of the reasons why my voice is so dead is because, I kid you not, I went out to karaoke 10 times during my Japan trip of 2 weeks. So yeah, my voice is dead. For the record, I suck at singing, but I mean, it was just all good fun. I also got a chance to do some cool cooking experiences. So what this pancake thing here is, I think this is the otonomiyaki thing. Otonomiyaki? Hold up, let me... Okonomiyaki. Yes, okonomiyaki. It's a pancake dish that is made with wheat flour. But the Hiroshima version is special. Yes, okonomiyaki. Thank you, everybody. It's very special because it's made up of noodles. And then you can put an egg. I decided to put my bacon in like an Illuminati shape. I also got a chance to try some of these. Let me get the exact name. It's like the, it was like the, oh my god, I'm forgetting what this is called. It was like Mo something. I'm sorry guys, this is the consequences of my jet lag. I'm unable to think. Oh, Momiji Manju. Momiji Manju. That was what it was called. Yes, so yeah, so I got a chance to make some of these as well. And that was actually just so much fun. It was so easy to make and it was very delicious. Probably one of my favorite foods. Nowadays, they're making special looking ones where they have like unique designs. So yeah, no, the example is like this one on the top left. They had this one, which I bought. It's a Momiji Manju, but it's shaped like a Dragon Quest character. But I bought it because the smiley face was so funny. So I ate so much amazing food. Including some of the best like meat I've had. I've had like yakitori, sashimi, but the sashimi here in Tokyo was so amazing because the sashimi would basically melt in your mouth. And then I had this like amazing like mixture of seafood and these like hamburgers with egg and avocado on them. So this might be a hot take, but when I eat my hamburgers, I don't eat the bread. Like, I don't eat the bun of the hamburger. So this was perfect for me because it just felt like sort of like an egg avocado salad with meat. So it was pretty epic. I don't know. Hopefully I'm not in the wrong here. If anybody else does that, please let me know. Yes, Eggy Nugget. Same. Yes, thank you. So I'm not totally insane. So when I ate the food like this, the friends who were with me were like, why are you eating it like that? But I just feel like the bread is like too heavy and I like to actually enjoy the ingredients inside. So yeah, there was so much food. Okay, so the next day was, after flying back from Hiroshima, back to Tokyo, I got a chance to visit Akihabara and Ikebukuro. So Akihabara was like #1 on my bucket list because I wanted to get a lot of Hololive merch. So when I went there, it was total pandemonium. There were so many tourists, and it was just very crowded, very crazy. I also went alone, which, looking back, probably wasn't the best idea. Just because it was so crowded, it also felt a little unsafe in some areas. But I started off the day with this revolving sushi place. It was so amazing. Because of COVID, it doesn't actually like revolve, but when you order, the sushi just kind of like sprints over to you on this like delivery like platform. And that was so cool. Had this like matcha cake, and yeah, apparently Akihabara used to be known for its radio and camera shops. And so some of those shops still exist today. I didn't actually buy anything, but it was just cool to see a part of that history still be there. And along those lines, oh my god, I had such a crazy shopping spree. So there were a lot of anime figurines, but I'm not really into that. But what I was most excited for was all of the Hololive merch. The issue was that there was Hololive merch everywhere, but not enough Hololive English merch. Who do you like in Hololive? So right now my favorites are Ame, Amelia Watson, and Hako's Bells, so Bay. And I'm actually so sad that I should have gotten more Ame merch because for those of you who don't know, she actually announced that she will be sort of graduating slash like stopping streaming to work for Hololive. Um, yeah, no, the news is very sad, and I wish I bought some more merch, but from what it seems like, it doesn't seem like they're gonna stop. Like they're not going to like discontinue her completely. Um, so maybe there'll just be some like secondhand merch that's still sold in the stores. She plans to be full-time in her next life. What? What? Oh my god, I need to search more. Wow, wait, that would be crazy. I just need to see like more content. But I feel like even if she works for Hololive, it's amazing because she did so many cool things for English. Like made like the mini like chibi versions and like did the 3D worlds before the myth VTubers were able to get their 3D character forms. Stand by. Oh. Yeah, no, it would be cool. She is really creative and really smart. So I think it would be really cool to see what she fires up. Oh no! Oh no! My picture got cut off. Okay, well, this is a big rip because that was actually a picture of all the Hololive merch I got. I'll actually drop it on the Discord. Let me actually write that down. I'll actually drop it on the Discord, once the stream is over. So yeah, Ikebukuro was a giant shopping mall, and it felt, I'd say if you're looking for good anime merch, Ikebukuro might actually be sort of a better bet. I felt a little overwhelmed in Akihabara, but Ikebukuro was actually much more safer. It was indoors. It was less crowded. They had a huge like Pokestop center. So I don't have Pokemon Go, but my friend did. And basically she opened Pokemon Go and the app wouldn't even load. Like the app just crashed immediately. There were so many Pokemon Go players in this area because it was like a designated Pokestop. I see the top of Flare. Actually, no, that's actually the top of Amelia Watson. It's like a little pin. I'll send a picture and take it for later. I got keychains for Suisse and Bay. So yeah, I'll definitely send those later. There was also an adorable Pikachu cafe. And they had a whole section for gacha machines. And this particular gacha machine was actually really creative. What it's themed after is like the little like tragedies in life. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's like if your chopsticks break weirdly, or if your like makeup foundation cracks, or if you like fold your onigiri and it's like uneven, or I think the one in the top left is like when the foam of your beer overflows. So it was like the little tragedies in life. It was just a very cute idea, very creative. And they just had those at like the gacha machines. So yeah. Oh no, yeah, I need to make sure my photos are uploaded properly next time. I don't know what's going on. The other thing that I think I showed this on my Twitter account was that they were selling these bowls that are actually flexible. So they give it to you like the flat squares, and you can actually mold it to be like as tall or as like sort of as wide as you'd like it. It's made out of tin, and I just thought it was a really cool application of physics. So yeah. Also had some amazing croissant and dessert. So yeah. After that, I've got a chance to visit Ginza and Asakusa. Honestly, Ginza was like very, very overpriced. Honestly, the best way to describe it is that there's just luxury stores just lined up one after another. And so yeah. And in Ginza and Asakusa, there were just a lot of cute stores, a lot of stamps, a lot of stationery. So I got a lot of new pencils, I got a new pencil pouch, I got new pens and stuff like that. But the best food that I probably had was this thing. It looks sort of like shabu shabu almost. And so what the thing on the bottom is that it actually heats up the food. And you actually like cook the meat in the broth. And then you can dip it into the egg. So at first I was like, oh no, can we eat the egg because it's raw? But in Japan, apparently eggs are safe, and just eggs in the United States are just horrible. Actually, one other mysterious thing was that I'm lactose intolerant, but when I went to Japan, the milk in Japan didn't give me like a lactose reaction. Like it didn't give me a stomach ache. It didn't give me like, I don't know, like debilitating headaches or whatever. It was just, it just felt like drinking like water. Like it was just really odd because I feel like whenever I drink milk, I get a really bad stomach ache. But yeah, and I was talking to some of my other friends who were on this trip who are lactose intolerant, and they were telling me that they also felt the same way. Yeah, no, there are ways to make non-lactose milk, but the milk that I tried was like normal, like cow milk. Um, I usually go for like soy or oat milk, but yeah, no, maybe they add some stuff in the US milk that I'm actually reacting to that's not lactose. I don't know if anybody knows more about that. If we have a Dr. Vtuber in the chat, I mean, that would be great. Because I'm still very confused. So Asakusa was amazing. I got the chance to visit a giant Don Quixote and buy a bunch of souvenirs and stuff like that. But my favorite part of the experience was this. So you might think that's a huge hamburger. What that actually is fake food. So in front of the restaurants in Japan, they actually have like sample foods. And I got a chance to actually make one. So I got a chance to make fake food version of lettuce and tempura shrimp, and it looks so real. And the coolest one I think was that slab of like steak with the QR code on it. I really wanted one, but it was super expensive, obviously, because it's like custom made. But it was super creative, super cool. And they had also like a hat made out of pizza and stuff like that. Fairlife filtered milk. Ooh, I'll write that down. Yeah, no, I tend to just drink oat milk. So I'll try that. And then I also, at the Don Quixote, found a rare 3x1x3, 3x3x1 Rubik's Cube. So I've actually wanted this so much since I was a kid. So the moment I found it, I bought it right away. And it's so easy to solve, but it's just like looks cool. And it's sort of, I've always wanted it, so it's really nice. I've also been getting into this Taiko game. So for those of you who have iPhones, they have this on Apple Arcade. It's called, wait, let me actually check what it's called. It's called Taiko Pop Tap. And I'm so addicted to it right now. This was the actual real life version where you can actually like hit the drums, but then my wrists started hurting. But the video game version, you just tap on the screen. So it's a lot of fun. I've actually been grinding it a lot. So if I get good, I might do a live stream of it. Oh yeah, no, I would always break Rubik's Cubes. Honestly, this 3x1 is really nice, but it breaks really easily. Like, actually just yesterday I was fiddling with it, and it actually got like locked into a position where like one of the pieces was rotated, and it took me like an hour to figure it out. Oh no, more pictures that are broken. It's okay, that was just a picture of the moon that I already sent. But this on the left was my view of the ocean at Hayama. And you might notice there's like a little mountain in the distance. There's actually Mount Fuji. So that was really spectacular. It's a little hard to see and it's covered by clouds. But the ocean was really great. I actually went for a brief swim, but I actually got out because two of my friends got stung by jellyfish. And it was actually really, really bad. We actually had to go get help, but there were some locals in the area who had this like special mixture that let the swelling calm down. And they told us that they don't usually swim during this time of the year because the jellyfish tend to come out at like sunset or something like that. And so after that, we did not swim. But it was so much fun nonetheless. And it was absolutely gorgeous. We saw the sunset, and yeah, no, it was beautiful. I mean, it was mostly countryside, but I think after being in the urban sprawl of Tokyo for so long, being in the countryside was also very nice. And of course, there were some amazing food. So I got the chance to actually participate in a tea ceremony there. And the really funny thing about that was that there were these like hosts who made the tea for us and gave it to us, and it was very delicious. But they were kneeling the whole time. So out of respect, me and my friends, we were kneeling the whole time. But it hurt so badly. I had to like sit cross-legged after like 15 minutes because my knees were like in pain. They were like screaming. And some of my friends were also like unable to kneel. And so at the end, we asked them for tips, and they told us that that's actually what's supposed to happen. Because apparently in the past, during these tea ceremonies, this was supposed to represent a time of peace. So all the samurai who would come in would have to put their swords away, and they would have to kneel. And because their legs hurt so much, they couldn't like suddenly get up and attack someone. So it was actually sort of a way to ensure peace, which I thought was really creative, but my knees were also hurting so bad. I don't know how they did it for like hours on end. I also got a chance to have this fried version of beef tongue. I actually really like beef tongue. And so this was absolutely delicious. And then afterwards, on the way back, we got a chance to see the gorgeous Tokyo Tower, and we took some pictures in front of it, like every single tourist. There were so many couples in front of Tokyo Tower. We went to the park, and it was like couple, like all spaced apart by like a few feet. It was so funny, but it was also such like a romantic place too. I mean, I can see why all the couples were there at night. And Tokyo is actually very, I mean, the areas that I were in probably were very safe at night. So that was very exciting. The locals were prepared for not so smart foreigners. Yeah, no, we were definitely a group of like foreigners. So yeah, no, it was really great though that they helped us out, and we actually got a chance to chat with them too. But I think some of my friends still have the jellyfish scars on their arms and stuff like that. It looks kind of sick though, not gonna lie. Fortunately, I didn't get bit, which was good. So that was actually the last day in Japan, but I just wanted to also feature the airport because before, like an hour before I got to the airport, I got a message saying that I got upgraded and had access to this lounge area. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, what's up with this lounge? I get there and it's spectacular. They had desserts. They had the best like inari sushi. They had ramen that you could like order yourself, so you could like choose the noodles and like the toppings and like stuff like that, and it was so delicious. And last but not least, they had a whole bar that was ready to use. And so the person before me got this really delicious looking purple drink, and so I asked for the same thing because I was like, okay, if that person got it, then it probably would be good for me. What I didn't know, and they were telling me, oh, it's like sparkling wine and grape juice, and I was like, okay, pretty epic. And then they said, just like, don't drink all of it. And I was like, okay. And so I drank like half of it. And I can see why they told me not to drink all of it. Because turns out that the secret ingredient that they didn't, well, that I probably should have read more carefully about, was tequila. And so I go to the airport. I go to the airplane. I'm stumbling left and right. Okay, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. But I definitely pre-gamed my flight a little bit too hard. And that, it was really delicious, but it went a little too hard. But of course, that's the fun of it, right? So that was my little airport experience. And since I was upgraded, I also got a special seat where I got to lay down as well. So that was really nice. So yeah. And yeah, no, that's my departure from Japan. This is the view of the Tokyo area right before I left. Absolutely gorgeous. I definitely want to visit again, though I'm thinking that maybe next time around, since I've basically visited everywhere in Tokyo, I want to go to Kyoto instead. I actually asked some of the people in the area, like, where they would recommend going next, but apparently Kyoto has a lot more nature, a lot more historical sites, which I feel like that was sort of the parts that I enjoyed most about Tokyo or Hiroshima and Hayama. So that might be my next destination. So yeah, no, this was absolutely amazing trip, and it was great to be in the VTuber motherland. The right way to deal with a long flight. No, exactly. I fell asleep so quickly. It was so nice. Chaos theory. One tipsy photon can do many, many things. That is so true. All right. Yeah, so before I go into my super duper special announcements, which I know you guys have been waiting a long time for, I just wanted to feature some of the best sort of things that I've seen online while I was gone. So for starters, the best of astrophotography. Just wanted to thank everybody so much, especially those who dropped the pictures in the astrophotography channel on the Discord. Thank you guys so much for sending your photos. I actually felt so upset that I was unable to see the harvest moon lunar eclipse the one time I'm not in the US. Oh, there's mine. Thank you, Warpy. And I also got the chance to take some pictures using remote access telescopes, which is this picture in the bottom right, and that picture of the sun. And that picture on the bottom left corner is actually a photo I took while I was traveling. So yeah, so I had a pretty good view, but just seeing these photos that you guys took from your own cameras and telescopes yourself was definitely really nice. So thank you so, so much. So the best of the interactions all is gone. So I actually dropped a post on Reddit just explaining why the sun has been acting strange recently to sort of advertise my new short. And it sort of took off. There's like about 600 upvotes on it right now. And after that, I gained about like 400 new Orbeez in class. So that's absolutely amazing. I just wanted to say, if you came from that post, thank you so, so much for joining the community. And yeah, so excited to post more of these shorts soon. So yeah, no, I think Reddit has also been a really great place for people to just coincidentally stumble upon me. And it's also great just seeing the interest in science VTubing. Also wanted to give a huge, huge shout out to Crypta for creating a lot of new emojis for the Discord. These are absolutely adorable, and oh my god, you're so good at photo editing. It absolutely blew my mind. Yes, I came from a certain alien's Discord. Yes, and Faye's Discord is amazing too. Also join it. It's amazing science VTubing community. I also heard of a new nickname, SZG, which stands for Syzygy for short. I just thought that was really adorable as well. And last but not least, at the bottom, I did receive a few gifts on Throne while I was gone, so I just wanted to thank you guys so, so much. In particular, I wanted to thank these individuals, DoubleQuill2309 for a surprise gift, Crypta for Buckshot Roulette, the Steam card, so that might be the next gaming stream that I do, who knows. And then an anonymous individual who was just named as Check Out the 3-Body Problem for the new desk mat, and then Crypta and S for the Starbucks gift cards. So thank you so, so much. The Starbucks gift cards in particular have been incredibly, incredibly helpful. I've been averaging 2 cups of coffee every day just to overcome my nausea and jet lag. So yeah. Boop. So while I was gone, there was also a lot of memes being dropped. So just wanted to feature some of my favorites. The one at the bottom left has to be like my favorite because I love that meme template that's been trending recently. Yeah. Oh yeah, welcome everybody from Faye's Discord. Yeah, no, this is not good. I think I'm gonna wean off of coffee for a little bit, but yeah. I also got the chance to be on voice call a little bit just to listen to some lo-fi. There is a lo-fi radio on the Discord, so if you ever want to study and chill, definitely please join that channel as well. Alright. So I think it's... Yeah, so the one last thing, and this might actually be a nice segue into my upcoming announcement, wink, wink, is that I dropped a little bit of a teaser during my trip. And as many of you guys may have guessed, it is an upcoming violin cover. So first of all, I wanted to thank Blue Shades. They're another VTuber who does harp content, like playing the harp, and they also helped me configure this 3D prop for me to play the violin. So yeah. And for those of you who don't know, I actually played violin for 13 years, but I haven't been able to recently just because of work and stuff like that. But you guys actually sort of have gotten me back into violining, and that's just amazing. And thank you guys so, so much. I picked up the violin for the first time in almost 13 years, and I was really rusty, but I really wanted to show you guys sort of what I was working on, so I actually got a chance to record a cover. Now, the sort of sad news, though, is I know a lot of you guys have been mentioning, like, a 3D violin concert. I don't have my violin with me right now, but I definitely want to do this at one point. So maybe if there's a special occasion, maybe when we get monetized or something like that, maybe that'll be an occasion for a violin concert. So, gotta keep an eye out for that, right? Yes, so I think this definitely shows, yeah, feel like picking up an old hobby is possible at any time. I thought that when I would pick up my violin again, I would have to like relearn the basics, but muscle memory is actually really incredible. I would actually like to see somebody do like a video on how muscle memory works. I should actually write that down. I'm actually curious to see how that works because when I picked it up again, I was basically able to even remember the old songs that I had played for a long time. So, it is finally time for the super duper special announcements. First, hydrate. So, these announcements are something that I've been preparing for quite some time. Like, even before I left for Japan. So, I really hope you enjoy it. So, are you guys ready? We need a drum roll. Hold up, let me actually do it. Drum roll, please. Okay, the first announcement is new outfits. Let's go. I know everybody loves this observable universe fit of mine, and it's probably been like one of the most recognizable parts of me, but I also wanted to create some new outfits. So I have two new ones here. Maybe for my next stream, I'll also wear one of these. So let me actually do a poll. Which one should I wear for my next stream? Lunar Zip Up or Galaxy Cluster? Yeah, let me know which ones you guys like. Yeah, no, they look so pretty. For the one on the left, the moon t-shirt that I'm wearing is actually a photo that I took myself of the moon. So I just wanted to share that as well. And I felt like I wanted my new outfits to have a little bit of space theme. So yeah, I mean, of course, my primary outfit will still be this, but just wanted to also try something new as well, something a little bit more cozy. So yeah, oh my god, thank you guys so much. These are going to be easier to draw, definitely, for sure. And yes, no, if you'd like to draw these, I mean, feel free to draw these ones as well. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy it. I mean, I was so excited to show you guys. I spent quite a bit of time designing these and getting the assets for these, so yeah, really, really amazing stuff. Now, the second announcement is going to be super duper exciting. As if this one wasn't exciting enough, right? So the second announcement is, drum roll please. My table's getting absolutely destroyed right now. The second announcement is my first ever violin cover is happening literally right now. It's gonna happen right now. So what class, I'd like you all to line up and we're going to go on a little bit of a field trip to the premiere. So what I'm going to do right now is I will actually link the premiere right now. Set as instant premiere. So I'm gonna create the premiere right now. I will link it and we can watch it together. So let me actually link that. So that should work. Oh, let me mute that. So everybody, I think what we're gonna do is I will repin this message. Oh, oops. And then, oh, everybody likes the Galaxy Cluster fit. And then we can just hop on to the premiere. So let me actually pin that. Oop. I'm really out of practice, y'all. Go to the premiere. So, and then we can just live react to it together. So yes. let me add a little bit of text. Go to the premiere. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Go to the premiere. LinkedIn chat. Oh my god. This is gigantic. 2x play. Wait, does that actually work? I don't think that actually works. So now I have this. Kinda on my phone now. Ah, I see. If you're on your phone, feel free to just hop over and then come back. Be sure to come back. I'll be taking attendance when you return. Okay, we're coming down to the countdown. We're at like 20 seconds right now. Okay, 15, 14. It might be a little bit different for you all, but yes. We're at the final 10 seconds of the countdown. I don't know if there should be any interference. Be sure to be listening. Yay!
Testing, testing.
Yay! Okay, if you guys were watching live, the premiere just ended, at least for me. Um, Thank you guys so much for your support, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the cover. It took a lot of practice. Um, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'll also be sharing the link basically everywhere, so you can rewatch it again or listen to it again if you enjoyed it. Oh, thank you guys so much. I love this song. This is one of my favorite songs of all time. And I used to play this song a lot back when I played violin. Um, and so relearning it again has also been a beautiful experience. Thank you guys so much. I'm really glad you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, no, I honestly, if it wasn't for the Orbeez, if it wasn't for class, I honestly wouldn't have even thought about picking up the violin again. Um, and you guys have been such a great motivation for me to just get back into something. I think it's really a testament to it's never too late to try something new. Um, yeah, no, and I'll drop the link later. So for those of you who are on, for those of you who are on mobile, feel free to watch it again in your own time. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Yes, now you can bother me with song requests, but don't worry, I have a whole folder of violin songs that I would probably play for a potential violin concert. So yeah. I do have to note though that I don't have my violin with me now and probably for the next few months, but I am hoping to bring it to my current residence um, to play more songs for you guys. So yeah, so just wanted to say thank you guys so much for your support. I mean, one of the things that I was really nervous about going on this trip is that I would come back and the class would have evaporated. But you guys have just been so supportive, so active on the Discord, and just it has made me feel so amazing to know that there's just such a strong community. And I hope you guys have also gotten to know each other and enjoyed this company of other like-minded physics science enthusiasts. No. My current violin, Galileo's saying, get me a new violin. I actually really enjoy my current violin, but the reason why I haven't brought it is because, so when you transport an instrument from one location to another, there are changes in humidity, changes in weather, and that can affect sort of the health of the violin. It can snap the strings, and I just haven't been able to find a good place for me to get new strings, and I'm not really good at putting in the strings either. So yeah, um, my violin is actually really good, actually. I've had it for a really long time. It's a really old violin. It sounds absolutely beautiful. It definitely feels like my child. If there was a fire, I would definitely go back into the building to save my violin. Yes, no truants in this class. You're so right. Oh, yes, and huge shout out to the Formula One community. I mean, I have so many more like highlights and videos to watch. I just finished watching the Rocket Power Mohawk video that was talked about a lot on the Discord. But yeah, no, I absolutely love Formula One. There seems to be a lot of amazing Formula One enthusiasts, and so excited to chat more. Yeah, I'll make the tuning super off. Yeah, no, I'm actually pretty good with tuning, but I'm just worried what would happen if a string would snap. Um, and yeah, I'm really hoping that one day I can bring it and possibly find a violin shop or somebody that I know who is probably more accustomed to adjusting violins like these. So yeah. So the stream is sort of coming to a close. And before that, I just wanted to say that my current stream schedule is looking like Thursday mornings and Saturday evenings, and that's in Pacific time. So I wanted to do a sort of variety of times, so morning times and evening times, so that the European time zone people can also join. So I know during the summer, my primary stream schedule was like Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think this is probably a little bit better. And so some of the upcoming streams include finishing the Google machine learning course. We finished like 2 large live streams that a lot of students, a lot of class was there for. I also want to do gaming. Thank you so much for the throne, the people who got me the stream. CDs for Superliminal, Buckshot Roulette, I think it was Crypta, and then 5D Chess, which I already have. So it'll be really fun to play those. And along those lines, I do have some throne gifts that are currently being mailed to my location, so unboxing those would be really fun as well. I'd also like to do some more learning streams, like Morse code, astrophotography, integrals, and more. And finally, just wanted to study together or even catch up while making some surreal memes. I know that I've yapped a lot about my Japan trip, but I also want to hear about what you guys have been up to. And yeah, and just catch up from my almost month-long hiatus. So the final thing that I'd like to mention, I promise, class, I'll let you go after this, is how can you support me? The biggest homework is subscribe on YouTube, follow my Twitter, and join the Discord, which was linked previously. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure many of you guys are already doing that. But I also wanted to mention, this is actually a new thing. This is totally optional, and I am incredibly fortunate to have a community like this. But if you'd like some extra credit, I did get a chance to create a new Stream Elements tip jar while I was gone in Japan. As you guys may know, I am only doing this part-time, so any sort of contribution, even subscribing or even liking on my videos means a lot to me because it means that I have the support to do this. And as you may know, I also have a Throne account, which many of you guys have already supported. So thank you guys so much. Starting this channel was absolutely on a total whim, and I have been continuously surprised again and again and again of how much support I've been receiving, even while I've been gone on my new shorts, on my new YouTube videos, and so forth. So for the next few weeks, I'll primarily be focusing on doing live streams. I don't have any new videos lined up just yet, but please feel free to send recommendations in the vid ideas channel on the Discord. So yes, oh, thank you Mino for the support. Where's the violin mart when you need one? I really wish they had something like that. I don't think there's one in my vicinity though. Pandopores for the win. Yes, and oh yeah, we definitely got to keep the F1 conversations going on the Discord. Oh, and thank you so much for recommending my channel to other people. I'm just so excited to find so many more science enthusiasts, and I just love that class has been just such a supportive community. So yeah, that's basically it from me. So just wanted to close off by saying thank you guys so much for all of the support. I had a lot of nervousness actually heading into this vacation and being gone for such a long time. But if anything, I have felt so supported, and just thank you guys so much for your love and enthusiasm. I can't express it enough. Oh, Pembu, thank you so much for dropping the Discord link. And also, huge shout out to Pembu for being such an amazing moderator, both on the Discord and on the YouTube. I am absolutely a Discord noob, and he has been making sure that all the permissions are set correctly, all the channels are set correctly, and while I've been gone, he's been an amazing help. So also just be sure to check his VTubing channel as well. He does also amazing content, working on some coding stuff, music stuff, all of the above, does amazing violin and automaton covers. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, my next stream will probably be this Thursday, but of course, I'll always be active on all of the different platforms. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Oh, my heart is so full. And I'm just so glad I was able to share all the photos that I took with you guys. Yeah, thank you, PogChamp Senpai. Thank you, Space Guy Rai. Thank you, Shizius. Oh yeah, and thank you, Lenurus, for thanking Bamboo. Oh yes, and welcome to all the new Orbeez. Thank you, Egget Nugget channel. Yeah, and I think that's basically concluding the end of this stream. If you haven't already, go to my community page and vote for whatever stream you'd like to see me do next. It'll probably be on Thursday. I might do a spontaneous stream, but as I'm still jet lagged, it might be a bit tough for this next week. But yeah, be sure to vote on what type of stream you'd like me to do on Thursday. And I'll see you guys on the next one. So, just caught up with 1.7 speed. Yeah, no, the VOD will be up soon, so yeah. Until next time, thank you guys so much. Stay hydrated, stay healthy, get some rest, be sure to be eating your meals. And maybe one thing for homework is to also refresh yourself on the machine learning course, because I certainly will be too. We'll be streaming those shortly as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh my god. Okay, I just saw Eggy Nugget's message. Thank you so much for coming even at such a late hour. And thank you, everybody. Goodbye, class. Stay healthy. Stay educated. Stay big brain. Okay, see you guys later. Bye bye.